Let's talk about a company I really love. Actually, it's the only company I'm currently invested in. I only am invested into one company and I have no other stocks of no other company. And I have a lot of stocks of this one company because I like it this much. Company's name is Capital B, as you see in the thumbnail and in the title. It's a Bitcoin Treasury company. I really do believe in investing all your eggs into one basket. The people that got really rich like Elon Musk or Bill Gates or even Warren Buffett put a lot of their eggs into one basket, and that's how you get a good return. So let's talk about Capital B and why I put all my eggs into the Capital B basket. So Capital B is a Bitcoin Treasury company, just like Strategy is in the US and MetaPlanet is in Asia. Capital B is a Bitcoin Treasury company in Europe. Now, I will assume that since you clicked on this video that you are interested into Bitcoin and that you know about Bitcoin, know how it works, see the pros, the cons, and that you are interested in allocating some money into a Bitcoin Treasury company or something alike. So I will not go over and explain all these things. I will not explain in depth what a Bitcoin Treasury company does. So a Bitcoin Treasury company just sells shares or does other ways to get money to buy Bitcoin and then hold that Bitcoin and hopes that the share price goes up so they can buy more Bitcoin. And the difference between the share price and the value of their Bitcoin holdings, that's the way they make more Bitcoin. Now, Capital B is unique since it's the first European Bitcoin Treasury company. It's led by Alexandre and he really knows his stuff. He has a great team built around it. For me, it's very important to have a good team in the company you are investing in. They are very strict in their investment strategy. They are really not going to sell the Bitcoin. They are really holding on to the Bitcoin. They're not planning on losing the Bitcoin, as they always say. And they always are very focused on increasing the sats per share. This is very important to them and also very important for me as an investor. You always want to have the maximum amount of growth in sats per share. Otherwise, you might as well buy just Bitcoin. Now, in the past, last year, the stock price went parabolic because Bitcoin also went parabolic in a way. They went from 0.4 euros to 6 euros. So it was more than a 10x return in just a couple of months, in half a year actually. Back then, I was over the moon. Since then, it has dropped a lot. Ever since Bitcoin also dropped a lot, Bitcoin also lost a lot of its momentum and is in a bit of a bear market. It's now beginning to slowly creep out of it. Maybe it's just a false bull market, but we'll see. So far, the Capital B stock price hasn't really related to the Bitcoin uptrend. So it's still in a bit of a downtrend. It's hovering around 0.6 euros. We'll see how long it will still hover, but my guess is as soon as Bitcoin starts to rally like it has rallied last year again, you will see Capital B outperform Bitcoin by a lot. And since they have, in the meanwhile, since the first beginning of their buying, and since they have been buying Bitcoin steadily over the year, now they have a lot more Bitcoin than when they were at 6 euros. So to me, they are really preparing their company for a big bull run. They are really in the process of making something like STRC. I'm sure of it, but they are still too small to really do something like that. So as soon as the Bitcoin price will rise, they will have the ability to buy more Bitcoin, their share price will rise, their market value will rise, and they will have the possibility to issue the same financial instrument, and then they will grow even faster and harder. Last year, their goal was between 1,000 and 3,000 Bitcoin. Now they ended the year with about 2,800 Bitcoin, so on the upper end of the range. For this year and next year, they are planning to raising about 7 to 15,000, yes, 7 to 15,000 Bitcoin. That's the plan. Of course, it will depend on how Bitcoin prices will act. For me, if Bitcoin prices go up, the possibility for them to raise more capital and to buy more Bitcoin also goes up. Bitcoin rising would be a good thing. It's a bit strange because you would think at a lower Bitcoin price, it would make more sense to buy as much Bitcoin as possible. But of course, they don't have the ability now to raise that much money since they don't have the STRC kind of playbook. And they are really focused on getting to 1% of the Bitcoin stack by 2032. 2032 or 2033, whatever makes sense. And they really are trying their best to get there. It's really interesting to see what they are doing. They are very focused on the sats per share. They have Adam Back as one of their main shareholders. It's always good to see that they have a good capital structure. They have a good management. They have a good history of what they are doing, even though they haven't been doing this for very long. They started doing the Bitcoin Treasury playbook since November 2024, so they haven't been very long active, but they are doing a great job. So to me, it makes sense to invest into this company. One, I'm European, so kind of makes sense. But also, to me, the upside is the biggest for this company. This company can easily 100x if and when they execute everything until 2032. If they can get 1% of all the Bitcoin and the Bitcoin price would go up to 1 million or 2 million, whatever, they will be the biggest company in the whole of Europe by market value. So it really would make that stock price like that we have today of 0.6 euros laughable. Since I am really sure about Bitcoin, I have all trust in Bitcoin. I just buy it and forget it, and I have all the trust in the world in Bitcoin. If you trust that Bitcoin will go to 1 million, then you will trust that this company will be one of the biggest company, if not the biggest company of Europe. It's as simple as that. And I believe that with all my heart. Maybe I will be wrong. Maybe Bitcoin comes crashing down to zero. Maybe Bitcoin does nothing. Maybe this company can't stay afloat and can't keep raising money. And it's all possible, but it's a gamble I'm willing to make. And if you don't make gambles, you can't win. Why don't I invest in Strategy then or in MetaPlanet? Because I think Strategy also has a lot of upside potential, but not as much upside potential. It won't 100x, I think, from where it is right now. The same thing goes for MetaPlanet. And like I said before, I am European. So I like to invest in a European company. If I have the choice between another country and a European country, I will do this. So we'll see. I'm really very curious to see how it plays out. I'm still accumulating some stocks. I think by the end of next month, I will have enough stocks for me to be happy about it. Then I will stop buying any more stocks. Then I will do something else. I will keep it posted on the channel. Don't worry about it. I have some ideas of some companies that I am very interested in. One of my next videos will be about this company. So keep an eye out for that. But my strategy is I will grow my portfolio. Then I will never ever touch it again until the next 10 years. It will be a very boring strategy, and it might be a strategy that doesn't play out. Last year when it went to €6, I was like up 8 times. So I was like over the moon. I was really happy with my portfolio, but then it came crashing down with more than 90%. But the conviction stays the same. I don't care. It went to 6 and then to 0.6 and now it might go to 60. I will keep it and I will not sell it, I promise you, until 2033. I might never sell it. Who knows? I don't need the money right now. I will not need the money in 10 years, probably. I just keep it there and I will see what happens. And maybe in 10 years, you'll see a video of me crying on the floor with €0 to my name. If you want to see that, you should like and subscribe to this channel and come back in 10 years and see what has happened. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.